Alright guys, so we got another triple collaboration sneaker, and I feel like now that we've got the triple, what does the future hold for collaborations? Honestly, it could get pretty crazy. Maybe we see 4, 5 brands working on one pair of shoes. But either way, today's pair of sneakers is a very special one. Collaboration with one of my favorite brands, Sacai, and of course, we got Fragment involved on this one, who has been getting in the reps too, working with Travis, of course, putting out those dunks earlier. And of course, this is a lot of people's favorite sneaker model of past times. So it's back, and let's break him open, let's break him down, and let me tell you guys about today's pair of sneakers, the Nike Sacai Fragment LD Waffle. We got the Sacai box. There is actually 0 Fragment branding on the outside, which is a little bit interesting. I thought hopefully the box maybe would come in a different color or something like that. However, we get the regular Sacai box, which we've seen a lot of this year. And let's slide these open and show you what we're dealing with. Today's pair of sneakers, guys, the clean Nike Sacai Fragment LD Waffle. Wow, these are super clean. I guess if I had to sum up this collaboration with the least amount of words as possible, it would just be clean and simple. So this is the navy pair that they are calling black and blue, and of course it is going to be releasing alongside, or kind of a couple days later after the release of these, there's going to be an all over gray pair. So here in the EU we're getting both colorways at the same time. On August the 24th, both the gray and this navy pair will hit Nike sneakers and plenty of other retailers. However, you guys in the US, it's a little bit split up. You're getting this navy pair on August the 27th, and then that gray pair following on August the 30th. They retail for £140 here in the UK, or $170 if you're out in the US. And hey, if you're not a huge fan of this navy colorway or the gray one, maybe it's not your favorite triple collaboration, well, Sacai has also teamed up on 5 different other LD waffles. And yes, all 5 of those are going to be triple collaborations as well. 2 of them with clot and 3 of them with undercover. So hey, plenty to look forward to when it comes to the LD waffle. And I think that this silhouette was just such a smash hit. I'm really not surprised that they brought it back, and I guess kind of just got as many people involved as possible. And for the most part, they stay true to the original 2019 LD Waffle. There are some very small changes, but again, if you're someone who missed out on any of those LD Waffles, maybe it's a pair of shoes that you have wanted for a long time, I think this is for sure a great option to consider. Now, as far as it goes with the colorways, honestly, I think I prefer this navy one. There's not too much in it. Both of them are extremely clean colorways. However, I just feel like this kind of blue is a little bit more fragmented. So what are you getting? What do you got to look forward to for the release of these? Well, let's start with the materials. Of course, you get the Sacai motif of double everything. You've got the double sandwich midsole. You've got the double Nike swoosh, the double panels in terms of the actual materials themselves, and then of course, double tongues, double laces. I remember on some of the past colorways, because they were a little bit more bright, a little bit more colorful, the double everything kind of stood out a little bit more, kind of jumped out at you. However, because this is a very simple and clean colorway, I think it blends with the sneaker a lot more and just kind of looks like one cohesive pair of sneakers. Some really nice feeling premium materials that you get on here. A nice soft suede for the toe box, kind of the mudguard area. And as you can see, there is 2 panels, just like up over the eye stays where you get that same suede. Again, you can just see a little bit of that secondary suede just peeking out from underneath. The double Nike swoosh comes in a white leather, and if you move around to the back, kind of the pull tab area, you've got some more white leather with the Nike and Sacai branding just kind of overlaid on top of each other. The heel tab area also has the really nice soft suede, and of course that comes in a double panel as well. Now for kind of the base material, they go for a little bit more of a structurally sound material. It's a little bit more of a thicker mesh. You can tell that it is double layered, unlike the previous LD Waffle, which was a very thin mesh material that I can imagine would deteriorate over time, or you know, one day your toe pops through, you catch it on something and it tears a hole open. I feel like this is going to be a lot more durable over the long term. Now, one thing that I'm not a huge fan of is the double laces coming both in the exact same navy color. However, that's really not a huge issue, because not only do they include a pair of white laces, which for me personally, what I'm going to be doing is swapping out one navy and one white. So I have a white and a navy to kind of mix it up, make it look extra obvious that I do have 2 pairs of laces in my sneaker. And just underneath the double laces, you've got the double tongue. Very thin style tongue, not too much padding or anything going on here. Of course, the top one has the Nike sportswear branding with the orange Nike swoosh, and round towards the back you have the double lightning Fragment logo. And as we move down to both of the midsoles, the 2 stacked midsoles, which look pretty crazy when you look at it in hand, honestly. You start off with this white one, which feels relatively good. It feels nice and soft when you press down on it. So on the lateral side, you've got some text which reads the classic Fragment Sacai. So again, preluding to this being a very popular pair of sneakers. I guess they're calling it a classic now, but either way, they do have that Fragment text. And if you flip it round to the medial side, well, you see something a little bit more familiar of Fragment sneakers. You've got that production text, which I am a huge fan of this text. I think it adds a really cool little look to the pair of shoes. It's nothing crazy, it's nothing overt. And as you move down to the secondary midsole, the final midsole, it feels a little bit more like foam, a little bit more traditional of older sneakers, the kind of cushioning that they've added to this. And having these 2 midsoles feels really, really good on foot. Feels very, very cushioned and comfortable. And of course, you're getting a little bit of a height increase because of that double stack that you're getting. And of course, the outsole is where the sneaker gets its name, having that traction pattern that looks very much like a waffle iron. And as for sizing with this pair of shoes, I went true to size, and that seems to fit me just fine. I will note that they are a little bit on the narrow side. I think that's just inherent of this design, this sneaker in general. A lot of the sneakers that Nike has made on its own, the regular waffle, the waffle type, all of those are generally quite slim. So if you do have a little bit of a wider foot, you may think to go half size up, I think should do the trick. So if you are after these on release date, don't forget the EU, August the 24th, and obviously out in the US, you got August the 27th with the gray pair dropping on the 30th. So with all that being said, let me know what you think of the Sacai Nike Fragment LD Waffle down in the comment section. And of course, thank you so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then.